So now Santino Casio is speaking out. We all know who Santino is. This is the man who put that blade in Tory Lanez, right? We know Tory Lanez is locked up with a situation with Megan Thee Stallion. He's in the California State Penitentiary, and we're hearing some Santino's side of the story. Now, to me, it's a bunch of bull crap. I don't believe it. But he was saying that, Tory was putting bags on people's heads. And, this is what he's saying. Check it out.
Exactly took place between you and Tory Lanez that day that you stabbed him allegedly.
Okay. That day? Nothing much took place that day. Everything led up to that day, but that day I just came out in the morning to tell him, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, ask him if everything is good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable living next to him. Said I was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. He tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head. We had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some shit. Some kind of crazy. So the next morning, I came out to see if everything was good. Fist bump, talked to him. He said, yeah. So I was going back into my cell. And when I looked back, instead of going to cell, he was walking towards my door. He stood in front of my cell, looked at his boys, made his little smirk. And when he showed me what he had and something in his pocket, I just rushed him.
What did he have in his pocket?
I just rushed him. What he showed me looked to me like I believed it could be a weapon at the time. So I rushed him and I just snatched him. I just took advantage of him. He was weak. I just threw him all over and I just kept slamming him and stabbing him. And
were you trying to kill him?
No, not at all. I saw like there was a weapon. I thought threatening. And when I felt like a sting in my leg, I felt like, oh, he stabbed me. So I moved back and I kept stabbing more. And I seen that he threw something. So I was like, oh, this is that. So I just kept going. After he was yelling, help, screaming, please help me. I just picked him up and I tried to protection. I said, like, look at me. And then I just let him go. Like, I was just saying, like, man, you trying to kill me?
What were you guys like? I know why, but why would he pick you out of all people to want to put money on your head? Well, what was the beef exactly about?
It was really no beef. He just talked a lot. And I had confronted him a while back about always saying certain around me. Like, I'll take a fade, I'll knife up, I'll put in his place. And to me, I feel like the second, third time hearing that in a conversation, I was like, man, what you trying to say? So I approached him and told him, like, what's up? Like, just go, I'll come into your cell, we'll do whatever. Like, let's play this game then. Because I felt like he was kind of antagonizing me, like testing me, like if someone was afraid or something. We were cool in the beginning. We were cool for like a year. We chilled, kicked it together, everything. It just...
They're not on that type of prison yard, Rochelle.
Oh, okay.
No. They got like little fractions, but she was more like he was different. He started kicking it with certain people, you know. And when we started doing that, that's kind of when we had our little misunderstandings and we stopped talking as much. But we were neighbors for a while. I've been knowing him for about 2 years already.
Okay. And during the situation when you and him grew a friendship?
Yeah, we were cool. We chilled, we ate, we drank, we partied, kicked it. Yeah, we were good.
How much did the guy tell you that he paid to have you killed to get off the yard?
Oh, he said double whatever I was offering, but I never made that offer. That's what I didn't understand. He said that someone told him I offered people money to get rid of him. So he said he would give that person double and some dope and stuff. But truth be told, I never offered no money. Like, why would I offer somebody something I could do? It didn't make sense. But once he yelled and make threats and I'll have you killed and, you know, have a run up to your cell. All that comments and I felt like, all right, you threatened my life. Like, there's nothing else to do but confront you. And that's what happened the next morning. I asked him, are we cool? He said, yeah, it's cool. And when I went to my cell, he followed me. And like I told you earlier.
Do you have any regrets of stabbing him?
Regrets? Oh, shit.
Because you stabbed him 14 times.
Yeah. I know that. I wish I could do certain things over, you know, but at the end of the day, I mean, I felt like he threatened my life. So, I mean, I can't. Those actions felt necessary to me at the time, like the whole, in the moment, him coming to my cells, you know, grabbing me, walking like, nah, I felt like, nah, it's it. So I can't say I regret taking a stand for myself. No, not at all. I mean, I feel remorseful in a sense because it really didn't have to go that far, but I mean, he made his decisions and I made mine.
Did he end up having a weapon on him?
I mean, obviously I got a stab mark in my leg, and but that's going to the hole. I mean, they didn't find no weapons either. I don't understand that part.
But okay, so no weapons were found from him, only from you.
No weapon was the weapon I was using wasn't found either. There was no weapons found.
Where'd it go?
That's what in the video it shows me putting it on the floor. That's what they were asking me. I don't know. Nobody was around. It was just me and him on the chair. There wasn't in no day room. Nobody was standing next to us. It was just me and him.
So from his side of the story, Santino was saying that Tory Lanez threatened him. And Tory Lanez was putting bags on people's head. Now, what we was hearing, what he was saying was they was cool. They was like, you know, cells was right next to each other. They was rocking. They was partying, drinking, doing all kinds of stuff together, right? At first. And then something happened where he's saying that he felt threatened by him. And he also was saying that Tory also had a shank. And when it went down, he got hit in the leg, right? But they was asking, well, where was Tory's shank? He said, I don't know. He said, they didn't even find mine either. He said, that's kind of fishy. Now, I don't know if I fully believe that. I think that he's saying that because he doesn't want to spend the rest of his life or so many years in the box, right? You know, he wants to still have some form of privileges. Now, I don't know. To me, Tory Lanez, he couldn't have known of this man's charges. Because I don't think that he'd have been cool with a guy that's in there for doing what he did to a 13-year-old girl. I don't know if he'd have been homies with somebody like that. Now, you got the Rock Nation conspiracy where people were saying that once this evidence was about to come out and come down the pipe, they tried to eliminate him. I don't know about that. That sounds like a long stretch. You would really have to prove that. I don't know. It could have been a lot of things with like they was trying to say he was in there, and he even had a rap lyric that he made from jail about putting bags on people's head. That's something that Tory made while he was in jail, right? These guys in here, he's rapping gangster, he's talking his gangster stuff. Now he could have wrote those lyrics. Now this is jail. This is where all the bad boys are. This is where the real gangsters are. This is where the real N-words are, right? This is where all the guys that you see on stuff that go down on the news, this is where these guys are, right? He's talking gangster stuff while he's in jail. They could have sent somebody to test him, to check that chin, to see if he was about their life. I mean, it's just so many different scenarios that we can unpack here. So many, right? So I don't know, right? Listen, man, he could have been, you know, there's a lot of times when stuff go down, people stay tight-lipped. Right, he could have been getting protection from another gang that might have been rivaling with the Mexicans at the time, and the Mexicans might have sent the hit on him because he was the bag. He was providing the money for whatever group he was rolling with. So, like I said, I don't fully believe this Mexican guy and the stuff that he's saying. We haven't really fully heard Tory Lanez speak out and give his side of the story as to how everything actually went down. Right? But Santino, to me, he sounds like a guy that's not trying to lose his privileges. He sounds like a guy that's basically saying, I was doing this to save the fifth of my life. I was doing this to save my life because he came as a threat to me. To me, that's what it sounds like. You know, in the whole way that he was talking. Because like he said, he's saying that he don't even know where his shank is. You know, and he's saying he got hit in the leg. Now, this is the thing. In jail, if what he's saying is true that Tory threatened him and had a shank, then that's just the way it go. If it's true that Tory was putting bags on people's head, like he said in his lyrics, and he was rolling with a crew that was beefing with the Mexicans, that's the way it go. That's jail. That's jail politics, jail rules. That's just the way it go. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We know that we got this new evidence that's coming out in regards to Tory. We know that he got like a representative out of Florida, a woman representative out of Florida working his case. They're trying to get an emergency meeting with Gavin Newsom to present this new evidence to the court, right? So, and we have yet to really hear from the DA's office as in regards to this new evidence. So we don't know. We know that he's still in the hospital. We don't know that when he exits the hospital, he may be coming home because he may have gotten a full pardon from Gavin Newsom. We don't know. But if he has to go back to that prison, I doubt if they really send him back to that prison. They'll probably transfer him somewhere else. But if he's transferred somewhere else, now he's hot. He didn't got hit. And we still don't fully know why he got hit. He may get hit again. We don't know. Right? We don't know. So as more of this come out, man, listen, we'll talk more about it. You know, I say this, like I said, if he's guilty of what they say he's guilty of, then he deserves to be in prison. But if he's innocent of this, man, heads gonna roll. People gonna get in trouble, man. I'm gonna cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.